Well, Stuart, it really looked like you were about to get your victory there in that last few minutes. You must have been thinking that this is it, it's a definite.
Yeah, I mean, nothing's ever sure until the final whistle goes, obviously. But to come back from conceding the first goal, I thought it was terrific evidence of not only our quality, but our strong mentality as well. And I think that's been evident in the good performances that we've had over recent games against some of the strong teams, Forfar, Brecon, Stranraer. So yeah, really disappointing to give away a goal in injury time when you've got a win basically there in your hands, but also to give it away in the fashion that we did as well.
It wasn't just the fact that you were 2-1 up at that point, you actually came back to push yourselves in front, which is a real good state for a team.
Yeah, absolutely. I said today the game was always going to be about mentality. The position that both teams are in, felt that a strong mentality was going to be required, and as I say, the way that we've performed over recent games, I think there's been good evidence that there is a good mentality within our team. So just highlighted that to the boys in there, to concede the first goal and come back in the manner that we did, and I thought deservedly took the lead. Was a great testament to the mentality that's in the group, and I think if we continue with that and continue with the level of performance, tidy up a little bit obviously on not conceding soft goals, then we're as good a chance to get ourselves out of that predicament that we're in.
Yeah, you've got to say the 2 goals from Stephen Doris, absolutely fantastic. And then eventually you've got players like the little winger, the number 11 there, Cunningham as well. Great players. There's good football going on in this team.
Yeah, no, we're very positive about the group from the moment that we took over. Looking at the squad list, we felt there was enough quality in there to be able to take us up the league, obviously, and get out of those relegation spaces. And that's proved to be the case. There is some threat going forward. Certainly Stephen, has really improved his performances from day one since we've come in. Getting amongst the goals, which was always going to be just a matter of time. A player has quality in front of goals, just scores. So pleased about that. Sandy's been great. Phil Johnston, Graham Weir, all the boys that sort of support the attack have all been terrific. So again, we're disappointed. It feels a little bit like a loss because of the position that we're in. But you look across the team and you sort of think, well, there's no one really there that's had a poor game.
So what's next for your next game then?
Yeah, obviously we're at home against Morton, so we dust ourselves down. We keep working away at the things that we're good at. We keep trying to improve upon the things that have been causing us problems, and that's resulting in conceding goals. You can't have the goal difference that we've got and expect to have more points than what we've got. So we need to work hard in training, but keep bouncing back with that same mentality, because there's no doubt there's enough games left. As I said before, we've played all the top teams in the league, we've played some of the teams around about us, and whilst we respect all the teams in the division, it's competitive, certainly no doubt about that, but there's nothing to fear for us.
2-2 at the end of what was a really interesting match, but it must have been a tough week to get the players up to this.
It's been difficult when someone loses their job, especially at this time of the year, and again a manager's brought a lot of the players to the club, so yeah, they've been down, but to be fair to them, they've worked hard both Tuesday and Thursday, and they've been a credit to themselves for me anyway, in how they've been about their business.
The injury list didn't really fully clear up as we were hoping. We've got a few still out there.
Yeah, I mean you had Paul Slane, Mark Campbell, Kev McKinley, so you've got 3 players there that have been certainly in your first team squad or a starting 11 most of the season, and obviously even after today you've got Adam Cummings who's going back tomorrow, so you're 4 players short. But to be fair, somebody else's loss is somebody else's gain, and it's up to somebody else who's no maybe played for a wee while to get that opportunity. There was Robbie Crawford, who maybe hasn't started this season, and he got an opportunity today, and I thought he did well. Robbie showed good enthusiasm and good hard work, and he did well.
We came back in the last few minutes, and from an Ayr United fan's point of view, that's something that hasn't been happening. The heads have gone down if they've gone down late, and this game they really came roaring back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a credit to themselves that they kept going. I thought they deservedly got themselves in front, and then to be fair to Stirling Albion, scored a wonderful free kick, and then the game changes, and then we're a wee bit disappointed with the second goal, where we allow the boy to come in his right side, and then the goal opens up and he passes it into the goal. We could be defended a bit better, but credit to them. As I say, they kept going to the end, and maybe another day before that wouldn't have happened, but certainly today they showed a good effort and commitment to try and get something back out of the game, which they did.
So when did you find out that you were going to be caretaker manager for the club?
About 7:20 on Monday night, I got a phone call from, I think it's California, the chairman's in, and he asked me, Mark has said to me that the chairman was going to phone me with a could have helped the club out and just hold the, if you want to say, the reins for a couple of weeks till they get something sorted out. And that's the first and the last I've spoke to the chairman.
That's interesting, because I noticed it said from the club we weren't going to be appointing from within was the first statement, but surely a man of your experience would think about coming to the club if things work out right as a manager.
I didn't really think about anything like that, that's been honest. It was just such a shock. No, in terms of results, the results haven't been good enough, but you maybe think that there'll always be another week, and then when it happens, it's not very nice. As I say, I haven't really thought about it because it's been pretty hectic in here, as you can imagine. Trying to organise, then you've got 2 nights training, you've got to organise, because even the lets where they train, the grounds have been great to allow us to train in the park for a couple of nights, and obviously try and get a team organised to play in the park today. So I don't know where it's going. No, at the end of the day, there'll certainly be a lot of candidates that will want a job down at Ayr United, because I know from my own experience years back playing here, it's a very good traditional football club that certainly guided in the right way and taking the right way, taking the right direction, certainly should be at least be in the Championship.
Now let's get to football. Next week's a real tough one. Airdrie are starting to put things really well together. They're performing very well. You've got some problems with the defence, with people going away, and you've got still maybe 2 people out there. So next week, artificial turf, is it, as well?
Yeah, it's up at Airdrie. Be a difficult game, but it'll certainly be difficult for them as well. As I say, they're a team that's maybe, because they won a few games, they've got a bit of confidence. And it's like anything in life, if you're winning games you get confidence, but again the same as losing games becomes a habit as well. So we've actually hopefully stopped something by getting a point today, albeit we're hoping to get 3, but the way the game is panning out we're going to end up with nothing, but we've certainly got something, so we've got to try and build a bit of positivity around about that and hopefully continue that next week and go into Airdrie.